Hey everybody, Joel, Loose Droppings by ImportSauce.com. Today I wanted to show you a Volvo Special Tool 9997404. This tool is used for checking the gap on electromagnetic clutches for your air conditioning system. So let's go ahead and dive in and see what we can see. Okay everyone, so Volvo Special Tool 9997404 is what we would call a feeler gauge. I don't know if the camera can pick up how small these are, but essentially when related to an electromagnetic clutch that the Volvo uses, there is going to eventually be some breakdown of the material, which will cause a larger gap, and the symptoms of that are going to be AC is intermittently working. It'll work great. We notice in the summer when these components probably heat up that you're going to notice that more often than in the winter. Anyways, in Vita, you will find the exact spec of what your clutch faceplate should be. And just a quick recap on how that works is attached to your compressor is going to be the electromagnetic clutch, which is really three pieces. You have the faceplate here, you have the pulley, and you have the magnet. So when you turn on your AC, it sends power up to this magnet, and then what happens is this faceplate then sandwiches in, and it then takes the spinning force from the pulley, which is always rotating, and then now transmits it onto the faceplate, which goes down into the compressor. The problem is, as these components wear out, that the gap in between here and here is too much that the magnet can actually grab and keep the compressor engaged with the pulley spinning. So every so often, you can do what's known as a shim, and Volvo sells the shim kit just by themselves, and simply what it is a set of super thin washers, all designated at specific thicknesses. So the target for this compressor, this sand-in, is going to be between 0.4 and 0.8, and the Volvo Special Tool 0.3, 0.4, 0.6, 0.8. So what we're going to do is do an initial measurement here, and we already know that it's probably going to be that issue. I'm going to start with 0.8, and what we're going to do is on the actual one, you want to stick it here and then turn it, and then that's going to tell you the exact gap that you have between the surface and the back of the faceplate. So we're going to start with 0.8. We stick that in, and we can see that thing is loose in there. It doesn't go above 0.8 because that's the top of the spec, so we just know, hey, this is outside of even the biggest gap that these should have. So what we're going to do is, Volvo has a special tool to hold the faceplate in place. It's a 3-prong, but I found this adjustable 2-prong works perfect for the job. We're going to put that on there, and we're going to pull this 14 millimeter off, and we're going to see what spacers come out of the inside of this faceplate. If there's no spacers in there, then obviously we can't reduce the gap because it's already worn down enough of the material here that it's too wide to work properly. So we'll open it up, take a look, and hope for the best. Okay, so we pulled that off easily, and we only found one spacer in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our mic, and we're going to go ahead and just do a couple values there. It's coming in at 0.4. I'm going to zero it out, and just to make sure, 0.39, zero it out, one more check. Oops. 0, open, close, 0.38. So we know that this washer, the only one that was in there, was at about 0.4 is what the spec probably from Volvo was. So if we take that out, we can't take anything else out. If we were at about 0.9, it was bigger than our 0.8. That should bring us down into the range of 0.4 to 0.8. So we're going to go ahead and do a measurement now that we have taken that one out, put this back on, and I'm going to start at the bottom with, not with 0.3, because obviously 0.4 will be our bottom tolerance. We stick it in, we turn, and I can kind of wiggle. I can slide this around, no problem. Okay, so 0.4 goes in, so we know it's larger than that. Up to 0.6 in, can't even turn it. So, can't get it in on all four sides. So what that tells us is it's probably, obviously it's less than 0.6, it's more than 0.4, but that's fine, because even if it's 0.4 to 0.59, that's still well under the max gap size, which is 0.8. So what that tells me is the next time that this problem happens, that's when we're going to have to pull this bad boy and swap the parts. For now, there's no point in doing that, because we're going to be at a nice 0.5 on here. And considering the last time I ordered this from Volvo, they had to ship it from somewhere, and their catalog showed that they didn't have many left in stock. So we're actually going to hold on to this guy in the event that this happens again, because at that point we don't have any washers or spacers that we can take out. Once we come back out of gap on this clutch face and assembly is going to go in the trash. So hopefully that tells you specifically enough about what you need to know about Volvo 999-7404, but also a little bit more about what's going on here in case you encounter that symptom of, oh, my AC is working intermittently. With all the Volvos we've had, it has never been a leak problem or a pressure problem, a refrigerant problem. 100% of the time it has always been the clutch gapping. We've regapped the S40 many times until it was too far to spec, and then we swap it out. Same thing last year we did on the 70. So if you're going to get into it, I would order this tool, because it makes it real simple just to say, "Pooh, I'm in spec." So hopefully that helped you guys out.